the past decade, Bitcoin transformed from a niche experiment into a global asset class, minting tens of thousands of millionaires along the way. But history shows that each major shift in technology and finance produces a new wave of wealth creators, often larger than the one before. Right now, another transformation is quietly building beneath the surface, with the potential to generate even more millionaires than Bitcoin ever did. In the next few minutes, I'll explain what it is, why it matters, and how you can position yourself before the rest of the world catches on. When Bitcoin first appeared in 2009, it was dismissed by almost everyone, governments, banks, even most investors. It traded for a few cents. Many saw it as a toy for programmers or an online curiosity, not a serious financial instrument. Yet a small group of early adopters understood its potential as a decentralized, borderless form of money. They bought, held, and built around it while the rest of the world looked the other way. Fast forward a little over a decade, and that obscure digital token turned into a trillion-dollar asset class. Individuals who invested a few $100s early on found themselves sitting on fortunes. It's a textbook example of how an overlooked innovation can rewrite the rules of wealth, and why recognizing the next wave before it goes mainstream can be life-changing. Today, another quiet revolution is unfolding, but this time it's even larger and more far-reaching than a single cryptocurrency. Around the world, entire industries are being re-engineered at once. Artificial intelligence is rewriting how businesses operate. Renewable energy is reshaping trillion-dollar power markets. New digital infrastructures are decentralizing finance, identity, and data itself. These aren't isolated breakthroughs. They're converging forces, a wave of innovation on the scale of the Internet's arrival. And, just like Bitcoin in its infancy, most people are still underestimating what's happening. Yet for those who can see the shift and position themselves early, the opportunities are potentially bigger, broader, and faster than anything we've witnessed in the last decade. This is not about one coin or one stock. It's about a transformation of the entire economic landscape. So what exactly is this new wave? It isn't a single coin or a single stock. It's an entire ecosystem of breakthroughs arriving at the same time. Artificial intelligence is automating decisions once reserved for humans. Renewable energy and battery technology are disrupting how we power everything. Web3 is decentralizing the internet itself. Space technology is opening whole new markets above our heads. Each of these on its own is massive. Together, they're reshaping the foundations of business, finance, and daily life. We're talking about industries measured in trillions of dollars. Industries still in their early stages, still misunderstood by the majority. And just like with Bitcoin, those who understand and act early stand to benefit the most. The question is, will you recognize the wave before it peaks? Why could this wave create even more millionaires than Bitcoin? Because wealth always follows innovation. Every time society goes through a major technological shift, railroads, electricity, the internet, smartphones, a completely new class of entrepreneurs and investors rises with it. Each boom reshapes entire markets and redistributes opportunity. This new wave is bigger and broader than a single currency or platform. It touches every sector: energy, finance, health, communications, transportation. That means the upside isn't limited to a handful of early investors. It spans thousands of new businesses, jobs, and solutions still waiting to be built. And here's the crucial point. The earlier you learn about an emerging trend, the more time you have to position yourself. Early adopters don't just invest money. They invest attention, skills, and creativity before the mainstream catches on. That's how the first Bitcoin believers turned a small stake into life-changing wealth. And it's how the next generation of millionaires will emerge from today's innovations. We don't have to speak in hypotheticals. This wave is already minting wealth today. Look at artificial intelligence. Small teams building AI tools are being acquired for millions of dollars, and freelancers using AI to boost productivity are earning more than ever before. Renewable energy is another. Investors who recognized the shift early bought into solar and battery companies years ago, and are now seeing their holdings multiply as governments pour trillions into clean power. And in Web3, developers and entrepreneurs behind decentralized apps and infrastructure are raising record funding and generating new income streams outside traditional finance. The important part is you don't need to be a coder, a Wall Street trader, or a Silicon Valley insider to benefit. Everyday people are learning skills around these industries, creating niche businesses, or making small, informed investments, and they're already seeing life-changing results. This isn't about chasing a single coin. It's about positioning yourself inside an economy that's being rebuilt from the ground up. So how do you position yourself to benefit from this shift? It starts with education. Follow the trends, read, listen, and watch what's happening in these emerging industries. The earlier you understand the basics, the more confidently you can act. Next, think about skills. You don't have to build the next billion-dollar company, but learning even one in-demand skill, from AI prompt engineering to renewable energy project management, can dramatically increase your earning power. If you're entrepreneurial, look for small ways your current business or side project could tap into these new markets. And if you're an investor, start with research. Even small, well-informed investments or partnerships can grow significantly over time when you're early. Curiosity, preparation, and consistent action are what separate the spectators from the people who actually ride the wave. Now, you've seen how a brand new wave of innovation is already reshaping the economies and why it could create more millionaires than Bitcoin. The question is, which trend do you believe will lead the charge? Artificial intelligence, clean energy, decentralized finance, something we haven't even mentioned yet? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. And if you want clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of the opportunities emerging right now, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. The future is moving fast. Don't just watch it happen. Be ready to ride it.